Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And here's Jones again on second down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 28.
46 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They go back to the ground with Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jason Huntley.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They go play action with Burrow.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Room here to run.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Joe Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From midfield now, Burrow.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jason Huntley.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Uzomah. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll run it with Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Mark 38, Mark 38. Hey, pick 26. Zoom. Mark 38. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 38.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
11. You got motion man right there. 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
His third touchdown now on the year.
and the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Davante Adams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
There he goes, right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Burrow going to give this to Nixon.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8. And it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Here we go. 180. Nice hot. Hot. 11, 11, 11. 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down, Huntley. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And he's going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 38, Mike 26. Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running right, Jones. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Ja'Marr Chase.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Ja'Marr Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 78 yards.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Buying time to his left.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Let's go. 57. Mike, 53.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers forced out to his left.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Rodgers looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Crosby puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Steps away to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And that will write a finish to this ball game.